Weddings are all the same. How am I supposed to make a wedding different? Every wedding is the same. Hi, this is Bill. This is Creative License, and thanks again for being a part of today's little dog and pony show. My sponsors are Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, Promo Only, Perfect Portals, and of course my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. If you want to know more, go to entertainment-experience.com. So, weddings are the same. How can I make them different? Well, how can you not make them different? That's what I say. One of the things that could really set you apart, and when I talk about setting you apart, is to show up in a different way. Okay, I talk about it in my workshops. It is one of the things that I have on my T-shirts. Show up different. So let's just say that it's just the wedding, okay? And you're sitting down with a client about a wedding. Well, what you do have before you begin the conversation of showing up different is that you have a format that begins a conversation. Most weddings have a format, right? People arrive at a certain time. They have a cocktail hour. They've got a dinner. They've got speeches. They've got first dance, father-daughter dance, mother-son dance, a bouquet toss, a garter toss, maybe a dollar dance if you're here in the Midwest. There's a format, okay? There's a format. So you do realize that every one of those things within that format are customizable. In other words, if you give a chance to help your client look at each one of those things differently, then you will be seen as differently. Something as simple as what you might be able to bring to the table during the moments when they arrive. What kind of music could be playing, how you could interact with people, how you could help them to find new ways to interact with people. Okay, right to the dining hour. Okay, what are they going to eat? Are they going to do a buffet? Are they going to do a main course? How would you go about creating something within that surprises people? I mean, if you think about it, I don't know how many weddings you've been to, but you've been to enough to go, weddings are weddings are weddings. They're all the same. But if you go to a wedding and you see even one thing that's just a little bit different, what's the thing you talk about? Not about the format. No, you talk about the one thing that you saw was really interesting or just different. Half the time it doesn't even have to be interesting. It just has to be different. So what I'm suggesting is if you want to really find a way to do more interesting things at weddings, you need to have more interesting conversations with your client. And a great place to start is the format and the timeline that they've already got. Because you can say, timeline, check, got it, no problem, I'll show up and I'll do that. Or you can sit with that timeline with your client and go through each thing. What are you doing here? Why are you doing that? What are you trying to achieve? What are you hoping to make happen? Because as you get those answers, you'll hear the little voice in your head go, well, if you want to make that happen, I could do that to help that make, oh my gosh, let me tell you what we could do. Not you could do, what we could do. Because they certainly want to collaborate with you with something unique. They're excited and interested in you coming with something different, but they're even more interested in doing something that they do with you, okay, collaboratively. Fun way for us to work together. And who cares if it's their idea or yours? It's an idea, and you started the conversation to be collaborative about it. There's all kinds of ideas things that you could do to help to engage the guest during the dining, or the speeches, or the first dance. Okay, how about, why do you want to do a first dance? That's a good question. Most people will say, well, I'm not sure if I want to do one. Guess what you could say? You don't have to do one. Why would you do one if you really hate the idea of doing one? Well, I'm thinking about doing it, but I really want to cut the song really, really short because that's a big thing right now. Well, okay, I suppose, but that doesn't change the idea that you're doing it. You're still going to be looked at. People are still going to stare at you. There's no reason in the world for you to have to do it. So if you're going to do a first dance, it should be glorious, meaningful, romantic. That's why you're doing it. And if you hate that, then why would you do it? Now, just these conversations, before you even get there, has you showing up different. And if the first thing that they see, instead of a first dance at a wedding, the whole guest can just come start the party, as opposed to we're going to do a first dance, we're going to do a father-daughter dance, we're going to do a mother-son dance, and then we're going to start the party. They just go right to party. That's different. That's unique. That's you showing up different in a unique way, and that makes you more valuable. Are you willing to have those conversations, though? Are you willing to trust that you know that your creative mind can help come up with things, even if you come up with them at the last second. Some of the best ideas I've ever done, I never did before. It's just that I had a chance to create it in the moment with the client at a planning meeting and then do it for them. You could do the same thing, man. Show up different, and you will be seen as more valuable, and you can make more money. What do you think of this? Comments below. Tell me what you think. Tell me you think I'm an idiot. Like and subscribe and tell a lot of people. This is